All right then. Well, I feel like I need one of those. Like, I don't know if it was the robots fighting or what it was, but definitely seems like really high powered. I wonder what it would be like to play Counter-Strike on like that much of a stretch.
That's what I'm thinking, like desk space as well. You know, if you could have like the curve going through all the way around. If you had like a big desk, a lot of real estate, right? And you had that big curve coming all the way around like that. 3 monitors all linked.
Will it give you like an unfair competitive advantage? Will you have like, can you like spot people further away than?
You're talking about black bars? Heh.
Yeah.
Thing of the past.
None at all. Or if you really want to stick to the black bars, you have like massive.
Actually, like all these monitors just go black.
Yeah.
There's no reason to have 3 monitors.
Only use the center or the middle one. All right, we are going to head into Mirage as the first map coming up here. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the ROG Community Challenge. It is Team Maikelele versus Team adreN, and we're certainly excited to get underway. And I think we're just going to head into the... No, are they doing the knife or are they just going... No, they're straight live into it. Pistol, yeah. So we'll see how that's going to go. Dr. Mr. Fish is on the A-bomb side defending, and he's got Aesthetic there with him, so... Just a 2-man setup. Already checking out top mid, though, is Captain adreN. So he knows that there's no one coming middle. Now he's going to realize, wait a minute, my team needs backup. Dr. Mr. Fish in a lot of trouble. He's going to be going down. Crasher will be able to take him out. So that's a good kill here for the Swedish team to start off. Aesthetic trying to see if he can deny that bomb by getting the first kill, but he's not going to be able to. And now he's dropping low as well.
Yeah, adreN's still in the fight, though, so there's still hope here for the North American group. So far, I mean, very little damage taken here by Team Maikelele. They still have 1 decoy. They've got a USP to play with now as well. That's on Crasher, who's taking point. He finds his 2nd kill, now his 3rd. 2 players remain here for Team adreN, and Crasher is still getting pincered on the site, caught reloading, but so much time is ticked off this bomb. There just isn't going to be enough time to make this happen unless CJ can get on it immediately here. 1 kill, that's all that needs to happen, but Forrest, still here.
Oh, he's straight defusing. Here comes the knife. He's looking for it, and he's going to get it as well. We start off day 2 with a knife kill in the pistol. Very nice done by Forced Olive. That's interesting. It looked, I mean, you could see adreN was fired up there. He was just running and gunning. He tried to save it the best that he could, but yeah, it's going to be Team Maikelele to pick up the round.
Nice work from Crasher, though. I was thinking that his team, you know, kind of dropped off a little bit at the beginning there going onto the site. It was really Crasher with a nice pre-fire on Firebox, and then the push behind that. He really kept things in the fight, but I'm surprised at how effective that retake was for adreN. This is definitely shaping up to be a little bit more interesting here. Hard to tell, obviously. First round, pistol round, anything can happen. But yesterday, the whole theme that we had in the first 2 best-of-3s of this tournament was that teams had a lot of difficulty dealing with anti-ecos. And so now we get to see, you know, is Maikelele, is their team going to struggle, going to go into that back and forth, or are they just going to be able to lock it down? It
is made so much easier by the fact that you run into a bomb site where no one is there. It's always easier playing an anti-eco if you're just going to get the bomb down immediately. So we did see Maikelele putting some of those professional tactics into work, like smoking down the catwalk to make sure no one could be there with the deagle to snipe anyone off. That's not a bad idea. They've lost 1 person. That's Forced Olive going down already, but they seem to be cleaning up just fine. And the rest of adreN's squad just wondering if it's time to back out of there.
Yeah, they're thinking they're basically thinking trying to find picks at this point. 3 UMPs, though. There's a MAC-10 lying somewhere, so I mean, not really the best, but Aesthetic going to find that 3rd kill. And so that's not too shabby. He gets to back off now and hold on to it. He's got 2 kills, so he made $600 for himself this round, and he even saves his Kevlar and the deagle. And
the last 2 players on Michael's team went down, so that's...
Very expensive round.
Yeah, super expensive, and with the kills and everything. That's going to be exciting. I mean, even just getting that 1 dig in there, you know, as adreN on camera that was talking about, he said, you know, we play confidently, then the confidence will spread and we'll all feel really good about our positions. I think that's true. So even, you know, something simple as a 1 dig like that, it does make the team feel a bit better. Like, you know, we got a guy who's really on point. See what we could do here. It looks like another standard A execute and another stack coming in from the American side.
Just a little bit less firepower, but the single flash picked up here on adreN, so we'll see when he decides to put that into play. If he can actually find the opportunity here. 1 flash that's already gone out, and I think it was actually Team Flash that stopped this player from actually moving out from short still. Moose gonna find 1 with that P250. And they're slowly doing a lot of damage here to Team Maikelele.
Trying for it, but Lolsey and Foxy gonna be able to pick up a couple of kills, and look at the damage being output there. I mean, everyone on Michael's team were really low, but they managed to make it work regardless. So they're gonna save that round and only lose 1 person. Now it's finally time for the Americans to pick up actual rifles here. Just good news.
Yeah, because considering how much damage they're doing with these pistols, once they have the rifles, And there's just going to be that small shift. It's kind of what we saw yesterday. Teams who got a strong start on T side never really let their opponents get into the fight economically. They definitely got a lot going for themselves on that T side of Mirage, but this is Team adreN's big chance to turn things around for themselves, and he's already ready for it. Misses the shot, though. And Aesthetic got to find one. Moose lines them up. Still forced to live, actually managing to bring it back. 2 kills for him.
Oh, God. 2 versus 3. Maikelele and Foxy, they're not really next to each other right now. Michael's got the bomb, and he's making his way into the B bomb site. CJ in a really good position right now. He has a Molotov, Maikelele, but it's so hard for him to guess that someone would be there for him to force that out. So probably he's just going to have to try and hard check that corner. Foxy's coming into it. He could be the savior here, though. There's no backup for CJ anywhere near him. There's still a minute left here, so they got a lot of time to check the whole bomb site.
Aesthetic's the only one. And he has just now started to work his way back, but he's still in jungle. He hasn't made it to kitchen yet. Foxy gonna get picked off there by CJ, but Maikelele is there to trade the kill. And he's still alive in this fight. 1v2, pre-fire on kitchen, not gonna find it. A little shaky here for Maikelele, actually wasting some nades, but still 45 seconds left on the clock gives him a little bit of time to work with.
Yeah, is he gonna go for the full one? He actually, I think he was thinking about even doubling back there. He's gonna take down Aesthetic. Now it's Dr. Mr. Fish leaning onto the bomb site here. He's already got the M4. He's got no head armor. Doesn't really matter with the AK. And no defuse kit. He's so close. He's going to get taken out. Maikelele with the triple kill to clutch the round for his team.
That's an ideal situation, actually, for Team Maikelele. You would want to have him in the clutch scenario, 1vx versus inexperienced players. That's where Maikelele is just going to start beating up on them. So, I mean, excellent play here. He keeps his cool. He hits all of his shots, even with a little mind game here, getting back up into the apartments. That probably definitely caught Aesthetic off guard. It looks like Aesthetic didn't do a single point of damage there.
Are there any tournament rules that say that the coach or I guess the captain can't get up and just take over when someone dies? You know, if he dies, then he can like shove someone out the way and say, "Let me clutch this." I bet there are no rules like that. No one thought of that.
Oh wow! Through the smoke. We made so many jokes about that with Shoxy on Epsilon. You remember?
Yeah. Now is the chance for someone to really do it.
Oh, Shoxy on G2.
Just like having a... Oh, what a nice shot from Aesthetic. That's the second really good deagle kill that we've seen out of him. Takes out Crasher. Suddenly, things are improving for Team adreN. Just 3 more kills in this round, and that's going to put a bit of a hold to the momentum gathered on the Swedish side.
They're getting whittled down. And this has turned into a stack on that B site now for Team adreN as well. They don't have to commit to this. There's still a minute left on this clock. Team Maikelele, that is, but they are just going to be bullheaded about it, pushing onto the B site. Maikelele catches Aesthetic, so that's the way out opened here. Foxy going to get picked off. No, he survives. It's forced to live who gets caught, but in the meantime, that's it. Maikelele, he took down Aesthetic, and so that allows for them to move on to the A site. Only problem is there's still a man lurking up in Palace, and that's Dr. Mr. Fish.
Hey, he's got the P250 as well, and he hears them running down there. He's going to be waiting for backup as well. 30 seconds. Dr. Mr. Fish going to go for the kill. He takes out Foxy as he's planting. That's great news. Leaves Maikelele in another 1 versus 3, and this time it's even more difficult. How can he even get the bomb down? Certainly won't be easy. Great headshot on CJ, and that's going to buy some space to work with. Takes down Moose as well, and now once again it's Michael versus Dr. Mr. Fish, and he's already taken so much grenade damage from the lack of Kevlar vest, and he's going to put the bomb down behind the box that he can't get easily taken out. Now he walks out. Maikelele is certainly ready for it. It's a triple kill for him. Now comes the quad, and he clutches it once again. Maikelele leading by example right now.
Back-to-back 1v3s for Maikelele. Okay, making it look easy. Played that situation perfectly once again. And so he's a monster. Maikelele living up to it. This is probably, I mean, he's basically going to be one of the strongest players in this tournament, hands down. So he's a big part of why Team Sweden are a force to be reckoned with, or at least, you know, the team to fear going into this tournament. It's just that Maikelele can take over situations just like that.
And I would also say, you know, this is where I'd want adreN to really come in with the leadership. You know, he should be yelling at the top of his lungs, saying, "No one makes a move until we hear the bomb sound." You know, once he tries to tap it, then you could do something. But until he's just walking around, you know, it's not going to be worth it. We've got the double up set up on the CT side now, and looks like a B rush this time. CJ with the early Molotov out to try and buy some time, gets cancelled immediately. Nice shot from Moose, takes one, takes down Foxy as well, and CJ's there on the other side. Great defense being put up right now. Maikelele, this time it's a 1-on-5. They just keep upping the difficulty here, and he's going to get taken out. This time there's no clutch happening. Flawless round for Team adreN.
Tough thing here is that when they get into the CT side right now, I'm thinking like, Most of these teams are just thinking, okay, we got to kind of just plow through the T side, get what we can out of it, and then we get onto the CT side where, you know, we'll take more of those aim fights and we'll be able to just kind of fall back on that aim the way that adreN was emphasizing for his team where they're heavily aim reliant. I mean, CT side is kind of where you expect them to do a lot of damage. But coming into it here, Maikelele, 5 rounds on T-side Mirage. This is Maikelele's pick as well. They chose this map, the Swedes. So, I mean, he's off to a pretty good start. Yes, they're on pistols in this round, but they've done a lot of damage, and they're making it difficult for Team adreN to get their feet under him.
See, Dr. Mr. Fish, great stuff. A nice triple kill, just lining them up. They tried to rush down that grenade. Almost going to chase down Forced to Live, but now adreN will take him out, and it's just Maikelele left with a deagle. He gets dropped by CJ. So everything working out just fine in that round for adreN's team.
Solid. Definitely solid. Back-to-back really solid rounds as well, keeping a lot of players alive. So now their bank should be well established here for adreN. They can afford to lose a round and get a full bag behind it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, apart from Dr. Mr. Fish, who's a little light on the cash, on the funds, this is no problem at all. So another round of eco coming in here from Maikelele. I like the patience instead of going for the force buy and kind of risking being at a very low economy for the rest of the half. They take their time with it. Double round of eco and really just trying to set up a bomb plant here on this next round. Versus Moose as well. I mean, they figured out that there's an AWP over here. You can rush him down with the Tech 9s. You get in close.
Oh, he's trying his best. That almost looked like it was going to be a shot where he lined up 3 people, but they take him out. Crasher's picked up the AWP. It looks like he's going to hold on to it. No, look at this. They're putting it over to the Clutch Master. Why not? I mean, he's done a pretty good job so far. I kind of understand why. A lot of grenades going in. Michael unfazed, it seems, by the flashes and HEs landing on him. Crasher trying to push through the smoke. He's going to get taken out. Dr. Mr. Fish picking up a double kill before he goes down. And now another kill comes through. Maikelele with another quad, another clutch. And, well, I feel like there's a theme that's building here somewhere, a common theme.
He was like, he probably like looked over at Moose. He's like, this is how it's done, mate. 2 for 1 shot. Line him up. Look at this. We get it in the replay as well.
Wow.
It's just Maikelele. This is like DM for him. He's just a monster at this point. You're talking about one of the players who has the potential in him to be one of the highest impact players, even in CSGO. I mean, up there with the likes of Simple monsters, basically.
Yeah, I think the problem for him professionally has always been like the consistency, right? But certainly when he hits the really high notes, it is pretty impressive. And he was, I think he was a big deal on NIP as well. People were a little bit disappointed when he left. I guess maybe we'll see one day if he is ever going to be back. Forced to Live, it takes out Dr. Mr. Fish, but Aesthetic is there with a refrag, so we're in a 4-on-4. And Aesthetic, denying the bomb plant there, and Maikelele gets taken out. No clutches this time. It's Lolsey left in a 1 versus 4, so very tricky for him to try and fight this way out. He does have a lot of time, though.
Aesthetic right now, he's just going ham. He does so much work. Round after round. It's a big deal, and right now, it is going to be Lolsey, but unfortunately for him, he gets caught in a crossfire. It's not going to work for him. But yeah, Aesthetic right now, you have him on your screen. This guy, monstrous. Seems like pistols, rifles, you give him any kind of room to work with, and he's going to be taking advantage of it right now. He's keeping Team adreN in this fight. And that was an interesting choice there by Crasher. Where was Crasher planting that bomb? Was he on the other side of the boxes, or was he planting courtyard?
He was planning for the open plant, so there was no coverage, and then smoke kind of faded, right? So I think he thought that smoke was going to last a bit longer. Oh, look at that teamwork. Just one guy sacrificing himself, jumping, and then Maikelele peeking in behind. Some pretty basic stuff, but it works out really well. And smoke into window. Aesthetic, though, there's a gap here.
Full rotate. Full rotate. I was wondering. But they're going to make their way back into T-spawn now, Maikelele. They want to hit that A site. They have all the nades. They have 3 smokes. They can definitely make a wall, block off stairs, block off jungle, block off CT, get out onto the site. There's a single man holding on the site itself. I believe that is Dr. Mr. Fish. So he's going to be in a bit of a tight spot here in a moment. He has that incendiary, though, so if he can get that down to block off ramp, this could be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be really crucial, isn't it? And we'll see how much warning they're going to have. It seems like there will be some sort of setup with smokes. You can sort of tell they're falling back and getting ready for it. So if they can get the smokes down right, then it might work out just fine. Maikelele actually getting legged before even going in. Now, Dr. Mr. Fish on the bomb site with the M4A1. The flashbang is they tries for the spray, but just a little bit indecisive about who to kill first. And in the end, he kills none of them. 3 versus 5 here. They're all very low on health on Maikelele's team, but none of them have gone down.
Aesthetic trying to do the best that he can.
Whoa,
what is that shot from Moose? All right, then. They're trying to get it back from him here. Man on Palace putting in quite a few shots. Moose not going to be able to get the shoulder peek, but CJ's there to go ahead and collect that kill for himself. Still a man advantage for Maikelele, however. They have that triangle set up now as well. So unless Moose can find somebody overstepping, find somebody peeking, it is Maikelele holding a Tetris, so we'll see. He's the only low target guy, but then that opens it up. CJ taking a lot of damage. He's eventually going to get picked by Foxy.
Nice shots coming out of Moose right now, but he just doesn't have the time for it, really. And you can tell they're already making their way out. Can he get the defuse and the ninja defuse if they're too far away? No, they're going to go and check it. Solid work coming in from Michael's team, not leaving anything to chance there. And in the end, it's going to be a good round for them.
That's unfortunate. Went up with the bomb. Went up with the bomb at the last possible second.
That's just how it goes sometimes. All right, 6-3. Sorry, 7-3 going to be the scoreline here. This shot from Moose, though, is brilliant, isn't it? I definitely love that. Now they're out of money again. So this is starting to become a real problem, I think, for Team adreN. And something we saw yesterday as well on the CT side. It just happened a lot. It was really hard to keep onto the economy. Close range here. Perfect position with the P250, but going to get taken out, and so is adreN.
Yeah, these shots coming through right now. Maikelele, now they've got, they really do just have all the confidence, though. There hasn't really been much to hold them back. Maikelele has shown up. He's led by example. Like, 2 back-to-back 1v3s, and then he gets a quad kill as well to clutch in the end, or clutch mainly just completely obliterate the North Americans. So Maikelele is doing everything he can to hype up his team. I think we're seeing the result of that right now. 7-3, massive lead, and another very solid anti-eco coming out here. Foxy to find the last kill, but 8-3 now. And well, I mean, yeah, this is where the North Americans, they kind of have to start digging deep. They need to start either hitting shots. I mean, Aesthetic is doing the best that he can. He's certainly managing to have that high impact where he's getting a couple of kills.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it feels to me like the big problem really right now is the A-bomb side. Like they're just having a really hard time stopping that default execute. And I don't know what they're going to do to try and fix that. Like adreN has got to come up with something, because over at the B-bomb side, CJ and I guess Moose every once in a while have been doing a reasonable job. See, they're still on pistols. Some upgraded pistols and even some flashbangs here, but it's not really too impressive.
Both teams willing to go ahead and take the economic loss, or rather the round loss, in favor of getting that strong economy, because it's not likely that they're going to win this round still. They are set up, and there's Moose finding the headshot on Crasher, the dig. Definitely not a 1-dig, but he got the kill eventually.
Oh. adreN stopping the bomb. Forced to live being taken out. Dr. Mr. Fish also going to be out of the round. And Aesthetic last triple kill for Maikelele. And the cheering is beginning now. You can tell they're fired up.
Yeah, this is that feel-good kind of scenario right now, where everything seems to be going right for your team. You're on T-side Mirage and you're just running away with it. You're going to then go on to the CT side. I mean, this is definitely looking good for the Swedes at this point. And this is just to remind you all, you know, best of 3 single elim. So we're in the quarterfinals right now, but you've got one best of 3 to prove yourself. Past that, you lose it, you're out. That is it.
Oh, look at Moose, the timing. It could be perfect. He's gonna jump the gun, could have waited a bit, but he still gets a double kill, so it's all good. Now, 5 versus 3, all they have to do is relax, fall back into the bomb sites, and play this one out safely. Make sure Maikelele doesn't clutch it again. That's the name of the game here.
That is right. Oh, not this time. Aesthetic is there to shut him down. Nicely done, Aesthetic, with the big... Whoa, with the big kill. Not sure if he realized that there was somebody standing on the other side there, but... For now, at least, this is looking like a round where adreN are going to be able to actually come alive. Get 4 rounds. I mean, what, go 9-6? I mean, that's best case scenario right now for Team adreN. Yeah,
but it's also not completely unrealistic, just given the economy here for Team Maikelele. If they save these 2 AKs, then the rest of the team can buy. Even if they don't, I suspect they'll buy anyway, just because. But if they lose the upcoming round, then probably will be 9-6. I think that's within the realm of possibilities here. And if they do that and win the pistol in the second half, it's sort of an open game still. It can work. It can still work. adreN did say that it was on the T side they wanted to play like really aggressive. That's where you have the space to do it. Always, it's more difficult to do it on the CT side.
It's like, if that's your strat, though, do you think you would want to start T instead of, you know, getting beaten up on CT, having a tough first half, and then you have to be like, all right, time to psych ourselves up and go play aggro against these guys who've just been, you know,
in some ways
shots all day long.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I don't know who won the knife, so I don't know if they had a choice. But yeah, I would say that is true. And even at a professional level, there was definitely a point in time where people did that. Like, they would choose to go T even on CT-sided maps just because of you're the one in control at that point in time. They will save the rifles, so they made the same calculation, and it makes sense.
Well played.
It means they're going to go into a full buy here.
Well played, indeed. Well played. So that's 9-4, yeah. Momentary lapse there. 9-4, and yeah, Moose. This is pretty much what ends the round. It just ends it flat out. Perfectly done from him. The third kill is kind of just like the nail in the coffin. But now Maikelele, they have the full buy. They saved the game. They saved the guns from the last round, and going into this one, adreN, it's going to be Dr. Mr. Fish. Do they have the flash to set it up? No, they don't. And Forced to Live is not going to miss a shot like that. Easy pickup. Aesthetic trying to bring it back, but the timing is just off. He will be able to still find one kill somehow. This guy's always getting damage.
Yeah, even someone's a Foxy as well. He's on the corner playing, already realizing there's a guy in Palace as well, going for the spray field. The Smokey's doing quite a bit already, but adreN has gone down, and it is a 3 versus 4. The bomb being planted by Crasher over there at the back, and he's going to be able to make it all the way through. So now, 3 versus 4 retake.
I'm impressed by Aesthetic. This guy is doing a lot of work right now, but it's still a man advantage here for Maikelele, and he needs to do more. Down to 18 HP, desperate to find a shot. Anybody. It's going to be the flash setup now. Forced to Live is protected from that. Moose is going to take down Crasher. It's all on Forced to Live now. Can he stop them from pushing through? Aesthetic finds Foxy. The site is weakening, but there's the Incendiary. Doesn't matter if he's already on the bomb. He's going to be able to get the defuse off, but he gets denied. Maikelele with the key kill.
Oh, it's going to be close, but I think they may just have it. That Molotov really almost buying enough time for that bomb to go off, but not in the end. Aesthetic going to pick up a triple. Moose with a double, and they will save the round. So even with the bomb plant bonus there, I think Michael's team, they're going to be hard-pressed. Obviously, they're sort of going into the 15th round here, so they're going to buy whatever they can, but it really won't be, I think, everything that they had wanted out of it. So I think there's a decent chance this could be a 9-6 type scoreline here. We'll see what they have. AKs, but 3 smokes, and that's pretty much it.
In the 15th round, adreN with the fadeaway, down to 4. Lucky dog, just making it out of there alive. Is it the change of pace here for Maikelele? They haven't really gone for too many hard mid-takes like this. Apart from the short plays, the quick short plays at the beginning of the half towards the B site, hasn't been a whole lot of connector play.
No, you're right. I mean, adreN, that shot, it just, I think, just hit the corner of the ledge there. Otherwise, that would have been a kill, I think. So, very unfortunate. Now, looks like they're trying to some boost in the middle, trying to see if they can find out if anyone is playing window at all. And look at this. This is interesting. Are they going to go and be aggressive? It seems like it. Dr. Mr. Fish checking out if anyone is outside of the A-bomb site. I like this. I've been missing this from their play so far in the half. Now they get some information to play off of.
They can set up some kind of play. I mean, there has been a lot of defense from jungle when they do go for these A takes. So, I mean, setting somebody up in window could be interesting to try and counter that if they decide to go towards A after all. I mean, it is going to be a push-up connector. Presence in jungle as well. They're not spotting anybody, Team Maikelele. Instead, it's adreN, actually, who's going to be... No way. What a shot from Crasher. Headshot to boot. Doesn't matter that adreN had 4 HP. He's a dead man.
Oh, Aesthetic, this is going to be the big test, isn't it? And there's just too many people there. They can't really do anything. Dr. Mr. Fish coming out of the A-ramp. CJ and CT spawn. Trying to see if maybe he could get something done, but he's going to be going down. Dr. Mr. Fish with a double kill as well. Taking down Forced to Live, throwing out the Molotov. He's looking to bring this one back for his team. It's a 2 versus 3, and Moose has finally shown up to the party as well. Is he realizing there's someone in jungle? I don't think he is right now. He goes for the full spray, but he's going to be going down to Lolsey. So it's all on Dr. Mr. Fish, and he's making it onto the bomb site. There's just not that much time left either on the bomb, and he's going to get closed out by Foxy in the end. So 10-5 finish overall in the first half in favor of Team Maikelele. That's got to be considered a pretty good result.
This is impressive stuff. I mean, that's now you just need the 6 rounds, and you're right, it's going to come down to the pistol round. It was down to a 1v1 in the first half, pistol between both of these teams, so it can be very close. Not at all decided on who has the better pistol round right now, but if Maikelele wins it, that's what? They should be getting up to 13. And that's a very scary situation right now for Team adreN. When a single best of 3, basically, your entire tournament life is riding on a single best of 3.
Yeah, especially when Maikelele just turns up to play like this, you know. Those 3 clutches were just very, very hard to deal with. Those are rounds that you think you've got him. I mean, in terms of confidence, like, that seemed to be adreN's plan. That takes a lot of confidence out of your team.
You're getting the man advantage. There is that, but then, yeah, if your players are just getting taken out one after another, what can you really hope to achieve? So now, well, they are allowed to have a couple minutes break between the halves if they want. So perhaps a little bit of a discussion going on here as to what they want to go with to start off the second half for adreN. But we're already into it, and it's double utility here, Dr. Mr. Fish and CJ. So clearly something that's been thought out.
Now, are the 3 people outside of B going to wrap into underpass and go up with the bomb and connect it? That's possible, or is it going to be a massive fake? That's the issue here. The smoke's already into the A bomb side, and CJ's still lingering around, trying to pretend that it is going to be an A push, when in fact they're coming B. Maikelele gets a kill on CJ, but now can the rest make it work over at the B bomb side? Foxy missing a couple of shots, but Lolsey and Crasher most certainly are not, and Lolsey picking up another kill on a static, leaving just Dr. Mr. Fish.
Oh, that's such a tough situation. Because if he's not holding beneath balcony, if he's even just a little bit farther away, maybe he's not close enough to hear the steps coming B apartments. But then there was a man holding short, wasn't there? So it was kind of doomed from the beginning, this fake attempt for Team adreN. If there's somebody holding close to B apartments on short, they can hear steps coming from miles away. So even if you're just playing quiet, trying to wait.
Would you try and change your doctor if he was called Mr. Fish? Go in and they say,
Dr. Mr. Fish is ready for you.
Say, August, Dr. Mr. Fish is ready for your neurosurgery. Would you be like, that's not happening. I'm not doing that.
Neurosurgery?
I don't know what kind of doctor he is.
I mean, at least he isn't ham-fisted.
No. Mr. Fish, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's going to have a fin-like scalpel. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a fish-related joke at this point. Because, I mean, he's got a hook already, right? You know, the name, Anders. Now he just needs to find his angle. You know, how to catch you in a net. And so I think, like, right there, you know, it's just the fact that he is a very, you know, colorful fish. With a name like that.
With a doctorate.
With a name like that, with a doctor like that, I mean, come on.
Very well be the only fish out there. I don't know if he is a fish, though. He's just called Mr. Fish. That could just be that. I mean, I think you could be called Fish as the last name,
Is he the only doctor in the sea?
A lot of mysteries. We have more questions than we have answers at this point in time. Maybe we'll find out later. A lot of Molotovs going in on towards the stairwell. In fact, from both sides of the middle. That might be overkill at this point in time. But I think maybe Maikelele's team just, you know, they can feel the victory is close now. They know just 5 more rounds and they will have the first map at least on board. Moose trying to play with the Deagle. He's getting a lot of space to do it as well. No one shutting him down in the palace so far. They're creeping into the middle. There comes Maikelele with the UMP, trying to challenge Dr. Mr. Fish. It's going to be Lolsey instead to take him out. And Moose, the last man left, still up in palace, still with the Deagle.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, Moose, you can hang out in palace if you want. It's all good. We'll come back and deal with you afterwards. Once we completely annihilate your team in mid. And that was very... I think that the engagement comes because they missed the jump, and I think Maikelele was close enough to hear the failed attempt, or at least the steps. That sets up the push, that sets up the collapse on mid, and that sets up another round here for Team Maikelele. 12-5 now. Just running away with this. This is what? No bomb plant in the first in the pistol, no bomb plant in the second round. There should be another round of pistols coming in here for Team adreN.
Man, they're going to have to really run it back once they get to it. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure, and you're right. They've bought some flashbangs just for the Glocks to be able to get a bit closer, maybe. Try and run someone down.
They're going for the cascade. They're
Yeah.
try and run right out of Palace. 4 players jump down straight onto the site and cross your fingers.
Oh, Lolsey turning around for the first flashbang and forced to live down here with a UMP. They don't have any armor, so it's just going to chew right through them. And Lolsey will pick up the last 2 kills. So there it is. 13-5 is the scoreline. And now finally, Team adreN can buy some actual rifles on this T side.
Yeah, he doesn't care at that point. He just, made $1,800 on top of the win bonus. Gonna be able to full buy, no problem at all. Nice round here from Forced to Live. That's pretty much the whole point of his position there, to catch them if they try and come out of Palace like that. And so that's Maikelele with the AWP, a full buy coming in here for Team Maikelele. do they have the AWP? They do not have the money for the AWP over on the adreN side. Nobody really managing their economy for it. And so it does look like 4 players ready to pounce on the A site pretty soon because they're making their way out through Palace. They're making their way out from Pit, up to Tetris, and Moose is going to hit the first shot here on Forced to Live. Now, can Lalzi achieve anything?
He's going to have to. Puts down a Molotov to try and force them to plant a bit more open. CJ coming up as well from the connector. Good shot from Lalzi there. That's very important, protecting himself at the moment. It's a 4-on-4 retake. Look at how long the rotation is taking here. Even Maikelele was actually quite slow on that one, and Foxy all the way in the B bomb side by the time the bomb went down. So I don't know if they didn't realize what was going on, but that's going to cost them in the end. Team adreN is going to have a lot of free time here off the clock. Aesthetic going to take down Foxy, and now it's a 4-on-3, and it's looking even worse here for the CT side. Crasher trying to get in. adreN will take one down. A good shot from Crasher, but it leaves Maikelele alone in another 1v3, and this time he's not going to try and clutch it.
This time he's backing off to save his gun. You're right. Just a little bit too close, and the money, surprising. Not really having a whole lot of money to work with here. It's just going to come back to hurt Team Maikelele. They're going to have a decision to make whether they want to go for the force or they want to just count on Maikelele with this AWP to carry them into the next round.
I say force it up. I think it was 7,000 on Foxy, so let him drop something for a teammate, and then continue on. Drop a scout, in my opinion.
Why not?
To hell with the FAMAS.
Why not? Hey, scouts could work for sure. Does so much damage.
I can't play with the FAMAS, that's why. Forced to Live and Crasher both with UMPs instead, and that grenade seemed like it should have done more damage, but CJ's going to be just fine.
This is CSGO after all. Oh, he caught a pixel. But Moose. Oh, I like it. Gonna catch him out. Crasher is gone. Good use of grenades here to create some space. And now adreN, they actually have an opening. That Incendiary is not going to be as effective, however. Foxy's still in position to kind of hold any kind of push coming out from B apartments. And the fact that he's still alive like this should mean that there shouldn't be a rotation coming out from the A site. In fact, Maikelele is starting to think about heading back towards A. He's gotten into a position where exactly he can start rotating into jungle very quickly here.
Yeah, so this is, you can tell adreN is now really trying to come on this team, and he sort of brought them back a bit, said don't go just yet. Now they're waiting outside, and Maikelele is still lingering at the B bomb side, but obviously it'd be great if they could start falling back to A right now for adreN's team. Foxy, is he going to make the jump? Because if he sees them here, that's going to force the rotation. Now the grenades are coming in. There should be a rotation happening. Good shot from Foxy, but adreN will still take him out. Now it's Maikelele, the captain on the B bomb side here, trying to stay alive, and just too many angles for him to cover.
Yeah, just caught out in the open, nowhere to hide. And well, back-to-back rounds getting set up here for Team adreN. Lalzi taking a bit of a risk going for the peak, but he's not going to get anything out of it. And of course, going to have to be backing off here to save this UMP. Not exactly the best save for him, sadly. But still, regardless, you want to hold on to whatever you can, especially in these sorts of situations. But this bodes well for Team adreN. Back-to-back rounds, saving 4 players as well here in this round, and more importantly, gaining some of that confidence, finally. And I'm curious, have we reached that turning point now where adreN was like, okay, that's enough of the aim game. We're going to take it slower. We're going to go ahead and start falling back on the tactics the way he said he would want to, you know, if they started experiencing difficulties.
It could well be. You know, with this kind of a setting, it's not impossible that you can bring it back. You know, 7 to 13. This is winnable if you're adreN's team, but you need to find a way. I feel like every round you need to find a way to take care of Maikelele. Like, find a way to avoid him on the map. And he's obviously very dynamic with that AWP. Like, he's all over the place. So, I don't know. Sacrifice somebody. Just not Dr. Mr. Fish, but anybody else. Sacrifice that person, and then go and find out where on the map he is and fight somewhere else.
Right now, it's a matter of finding this UMP. Where is the UMP? Because that could potentially mess your day up. And well, it's going to be Force holding close to A ramp. Okay, so out onto Tetris. They go. And a Team adreN, they have all the time in the world to be patient. There's no reason to go for an NA play, which is to push through the smoke, but they do it anyway. YOLO.
That's a lot of Molotovs. All of them right on the car. Foxy turning around, but Dr. Mr. Fish outsmarting him in that close fight. And in the middle, CJ trying to hold it. Always a good position, I think, underused. I love it when people do the B push with the one guy top mid. It's just, it gives you so much to work with.
Yeah, you just need to be able to count on him being on that flank, you're right. Same thing as what we saw from connector play, right? If they're on A, allows for late rotation into connector, maybe mess things up there for you.
Oh. Upgrading the UMP to an AK. And,
some actual firepower here.
yeah, this is good news. Like, see if he can hold on to it. adreN is coming in to try and take it away from him, and he's going to get taken out immediately, forced to live. Now with the double kill in the round, Maikelele going to take down with the deal. This is really good news. See Maikelele. Michael going to go with the bomb, though. He did almost look like he was looking for that one. But Dr. Mr. Fish in the end will pick up a kill.
Do you think he could have made it out in one piece, even if he'd have picked it up, right? Would he have been able to get out in time? You know, die-hard moment. Hollywood runs away from the explosion. It goes off at the last second. He's got that AK clutched to his chest like some dying infant. You know, like, I saved you.
Why not? I'm willing to accept that. It is America that's on the other team, so we should have some of those moments.
You're right. You're right. You know, that would be it. It is, you know, just past Christmas as well. Everybody should have watched Die Hard. Should be a Christmas tradition.
Yeah, I've actually been to the airport where the second one is filmed a couple of times now. In Dallas. Horrible airport.
Dallas, Texas.
No, Dallas in Washington.
Oh.
Forced to leave has gone down already. Dr. Mr. Fish coming into it, but he gets taken out by Crasher. Very sad news. Maikelele is going down, and now it's all on Foxy. 1 versus 3, and this should be their round. They're making the comeback, Semler. It's always a mistake to not believe in America.
How does that work?
You guys were all saying that it was going to be Maikelele and Sweden, all of that. You know, just look at them now.
Yeah. Just saying, you know, scores 13-8 here. You know, there's still quite a ways to go for Team adreN. Just saying. A little bit of work left to do here. You know, this is the thing, Anders, you start counting your, I mean, you're Danish, so what, you're bacon a little bit too early in this case.
Counting the Lego? I don't know.
Your Lego blocks?
Yeah. Oh,
Look at this
no.
guy.
Foxy, he doesn't have a kit, but he does get a 1 versus 3, and I think he's going to have maybe just enough time. That's incredibly close. A triple kill. Oh, no, it's going to run out. Foxy, he put so much work into it. What's even worse is the last player there actually had a Molotov. He could have just blocked that round immediately. But that's how it goes. Still, credit to Foxy. That was actually really well done.
Tough break. Tough break. But how many, like, 1vXs have they had so far? Like, Maikelele with 2. He got that one round on B site where he got 4 kills. This round right here, Foxy going ham. I mean, Team adreN, you know, they're definitely, if they can just tone it back a little bit on taking these 1vX duels, 1v1 duels where they just keep getting shot in the face one after another, that would definitely help. That would definitely help. Still, another round on the board here for Team adreN, and it's lucky breaks like those, really, that lets you win maps sometimes, and so we'll see if it makes a difference, if it's enough.
Oh, forced to live with the auto shotgun. I was about to complain, actually, that we hadn't seen any of this. No Negevs, no tasers, no auto shotguns. I was getting disappointed.
You got spoiled by the Frenchies yesterday.
I did. I was instantly a fan. Skyart just tasering people in the smoke, and what Marco was doing it too at some point, I think.
Yeah.
We had everything going on. It was great. But the auto shotgun gonna make a retreat, and their money, I mean, it's great all across the board, except for Crasher. What has he been spending his money on? I don't know.
Really, that is actually a good. I mean, maybe Kevlar Deagle. He's just like, I'll buy Kevlar Deagle again if I don't save it. I mean, it would be pretty important for him to hold on to it here. Forced to live though. 2 kills now with the auto shotty, and saving an AK. This is a huge round for him. Bonus 1800 in his pocket. And
Crasher saved an AK as well, so he doesn't even need the money. He was banking on that all along. Great play.
Well played here by Team Maikelele. Now, can Team adreN show us the sang-froid, right?
What's that? That's not a word, is it?
The reserve. It's 2 words, actually. It's like the cold blood, basically. Can they carry themselves here in a fashion that will allow them to close down this first map, pick up that W?
Guess we'll find out. I mean, I don't like the idea that they would be relying on French sayings to get them there, but why not?
Well, you know, the French have been there to save the Americans in the past.
When?
Revolutionary War, bro, come on. America.
That was just too long ago to count.
Get out.
Gonna have to have something that happened in the last 100 years or so. Lolzy and Crasher are the last ones left. It was a double kill for adreN here, and it's not looking good right now, I've got to say, for Team Maikelele.
No, they're getting picked apart one round at a time. They've definitely hit a bit of a block where they aren't able to just close down rounds anymore. I mean, I guess Maikelele cools off. He tries to force it. And that's the sort of thing where it's a bit of a trap, where if you feel like you need to be making all the difference all the time, you can kind of get caught, where you're making unnecessary mistakes, unnecessary plays that end up costing your team more than helping your team.
We'll see. Just try and save the M4, I think, at this point, if you can. He's hearing them in the middle, and long spray. CJ going to be there to refrag. And it will be another round here. Team adreN bringing it back in style right now.
I mean, there's the additional pressure, Anders. We have to remember that, you know, Team adreN, it is very American, right? Of course they get 2 teams in the tournament. You know, that just makes sense, obviously. America going to get 2. But they are the only North American team left in this tournament.
Listen, it's a massive country, Samuel. There's like 300 million people living there. They should have 2 teams. They should have more than 2 teams.
Half the tournament.
Yeah, that's what it should be like. But for now, I'm just happy that Dr. Mr. Fish is here. Look at the avatar as well. What is that? Like, I wish we could get like a close-up zoom, because it's actually horrifying.
Isn't it like that old meme with the orange, the talking face, right? You know, like the YouTube videos where it's like the singing orange, and they actually use like a real human mouth with it? No?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Again,
of course he dies.
I'm not sure if it's a real thing. Oh, Maikelele putting an end to Dr. Mr. Fish's career. Foxy over at the B-bomb side. He's got back up from Crasher. They've got a nice crossfire that's been set up here. And a lot of grenades going out. Look at the fake that's coming out right now. This is definitely Captain adreN here trying to see if we can throw them for a loop. They've got CJ walking out of the A ramp as well, so there's going to be some sort of collapse on the A bomb side, and we'll see if it's going to work or not. Crasher is there to intercept it. He's going to be the first line of defense probably. He's falling back actually, and that's a problem. He even made some noise doing it. Now they can get closer and they can smoke and Molotov him out of that position. And they're going to put up that smoke behind them, making their way onto the stairwell. Instead, it's forced to live, taking out one. Maikelele goes down to CJ, and he's going to have to do more than that. He goes for the fight. CJ with another headshot coming into it. And Lolsy's very low on health, but Crasher running through the smoke and taking out Aesthetic. That's a very difficult one for CJ to try and win, and he's not going to be able to either. Triple for Crasher.
And finally, the streak comes to an end. Finally, the Swedes are able to break Team adreN here and actually get a round on the board. 14 rounds here for Maikelele. 2 rounds left is all they need to take it to a second map. This is a best of 3. And just to remind you all, this is Maikelele's pick on Mirage. adreN's pick, Cash, will be the second map in this best of 3. So, not done yet. But Maikelele, feels like they need to be picking up this first map here. adreN, that tactical mind, you feel like he'd have spent quite a bit of time preparing his team on Cash, getting them up to snuff.
Looking at demos from Team Maikelele.
Damn straight, getting that studying in there, you know.
Trying to practice. adreN going for the wishful thinking wall bang there. The chances that, I mean, it's so hard. People could be almost anywhere on the other side, but I like the idea nonetheless. He's creeping up with the AWP. Moose looking to make an opening way on the other side of the map here. Team adreN, will they have it in them to win this one? Actually, a lot of damage to Maikelele there. That's not a bad start at all.
Alright, Moose and Maikelele kind of trading. Foxy back in his favorite position over here by bench. He hasn't really been tested here too much either, so I think that's why he keeps going back to it. It doesn't look like it's going to be B site just yet, Anders. It's looking like adreN wants to rotate back over towards A. They do have a bit of a mid presence. They can go for the connector play once again. And this time around, instead of coming out from ramp, Moose is playing Palace.
They're down to 40 seconds. They put the smokes up in middle. They can still end up going B through the catwalk if they want to. Moose is going to be walking out, but actually too many targets. He could have easily taken out Maikelele. He was on 17 health, but instead he changes and Forced to Live takes him out. Now it's a 4. Now it's a 3 versus 5, and that's a bit of a problem. Crasher goes down, but Foxy in the back line. He's going to take down one CJ with another couple of kills. The 2 of the members on Maikelele's team, though, are very low on health, so this is still a winnable round. They just got to make sure not to face Maikelele here. He will take them out. They do have an HE grenade, but CJ almost getting burned alive there from the Molotov, and now it's a lot of trouble here for the last 2 members of Team adreN.
All right, 1 HE, 2 flashes. Please, one of them hit a grenade here on this guy. Get the flash kill. Smoke goes down, and Forced to Live gonna find the shot. Aesthetic now has been spotted, and we haven't really said Aesthetic's name too often in these past couple rounds. This will be a big play from him. The 1v3, he's gonna narrow it down to a 1v1, but it's not gonna happen. Lolsy point blank with the USP will find the shot, and he has just enough time this time around to get the defuse. So Maikelele getting up onto map point now, 15-11.
It's a nice clutch there from Lolzy, and you see the hesitation in him picking up the grenade there. When you're like, oh, I want to throw it. If you're having a Molotov, great, but the HE grenade, that's a huge risk to try and take it in a 1v1. Regardless, I mean, a pretty explosive round there. Maikelele ends up going down right at the end, but I think they managed to save the AWP nonetheless. So 15-11 is going to be the scoreline here. Team adreN, they need 4 in a row to bring it into overtime.
I mean, they have, at least they have some rifles. They have something. It's not like they're on a Tech 9 Force or anything like that, although I'd almost rather see that in this sort of round. Nothing to lose. Straight YOLO. Lolzy's been spotted. Now they know. And he's going to spot 3 guys going up short. There should be all the information necessary here for his teammates to get prepared exactly for this push. Total annihilation. Crasher sprays down 2. Moose will find the headshot on him, but that's more than enough time for the rotation to come through. And a 2-on-4 with Moose roasting alive. Toasty. They're going to have a steak.
What? How did the fire catch him up on the truck? What is this? 16-11 as the scoreline. Team Maikelele picking up the first one. Is you have to say they really sort of did deserve. They played very well throughout. Maikelele certainly, I think he helped to sort of spark confidence in the team, but it wasn't just him. I will say this, I think there were more than just Maikelele doing the clutches and everything else. Like, other members of that team were doing a pretty good job, so that's interesting.
Little does Moose know, or perhaps he should with a name like that, right? He should know that it's hunting season in Sweden right now, and that these guys, they're hungry. They're going to want their moose steak.
Listen,
you know, tender it up, have some mashed potatoes with some gravy on top.
Listen, Sam,
brown sauce.
I'll be honest.
Stew, perhaps.
No one hunts moose with Molotovs. That would be straight illegal. If you just run into the forest and throw the Molotov at the moose, then definitely there will be some animal rights groups out there.
No,
that will be
what's
like,
scary,
cool.
have you watched those videos of like the hunters who hunt with bow and arrow and they have to be like 10 feet away from the moose?
Yeah, I actually know a couple of
That's
people who do that.
nuts.
It's really, and here's the thing, right? So you can't just be, you actually have to have a special license to that because you need to be sure you like hit them dead in the heart or something. So they're like incredibly pro at doing it. It's not just like some fun thing.
It's impressive because I mean, moose is basically like 3 meters tall.
Yeah.
Massive, will just destroy you if you miss up, right? So
I like it. That's a fair find. Hunting with a Molotov though,
not so much.
Don't do that. Definitely not legal. Yeah, so once again, it's Team America letting us down. And for one, I would like an explanation from Flom. I think this is out of control here at this point. Please explain to us what's happening.
Mate, it's been thrown straight to you, bro.
Yeah,
Your chance to shine or
They
fall.
let me down, man. But I think you guys hit it right on the head, though. I think Maikelele had those 3 back-to-back rounds. There was a 1v3, 1v3, and then a 3K on the eco at B, right? It was
4, it was 4, right?
It was 4, yeah, but it was like 3, like all in a quick succession.
Here, Moose, let me show you how to collateral with the op
exactly,
real quick.
yeah. But I think that's where that all went wrong. I think if those 3 rounds didn't happen, I mean, that was a really close match.
Do you think those were like the
regardless,
swing rounds? You think those were like the big game-changing rounds? If those hadn't happened, it could have gone in favor of the Americans?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Those are like huge momentum rounds too. You know, that just like takes the wind out of you, and especially with these guys being on the stage, you know, that's really gonna mess with them. I think adreN is probably fine. You know, we've all seen the clip of Mirage, Cold Zera, you know, like he's mentally been through this, like, so it's like with the other guys, they haven't experienced that. They don't know.
It was a very strong start by the Swedish squad, but the Americans clawed some rounds back. Why did that happen?
I think that the Swedes kind of perhaps got a little overconfident, or rather it went long enough where Team North America were able to regain some of that wind that got knocked out of them. I think it's more about that, is that you had guys like Aesthetic who didn't give up. Like Aesthetic just kept getting rounds on board where he was getting 2 kills, right? 1, 2 kills, just keeping it close, trying to fight.
That could be it. I mean, I would say it's because, I mean, America's been made great again already. So now they're just bringing it in. Cash is going to be easy.
Bringing it to Sweden.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for the cast on that game. And we, of course, have at least one more map to go. So we'll be back with these guys shortly. We'll talk a bit more about the game. Lauren, what were your takeaways from what just transpired?
No one can play CT side, apparently. It seems like any team who can turn up and play a little bit of CT side generally seems to be able to win the game. Like T-side, everyone seems to be able to get the momentum going.
Yeah.
They, you know, make most of the impressions starting out on the T-side, which I guess isn't too unexpected. I think Sponge even highlighted it yesterday, and you kind of reciprocate the same idea that T-side does lend a little more towards people being able to warm up quicker and just get into the games a little bit more and start to lead ahead. So that was certainly prevalent, and especially when Maikelele was destroying people.
Talking about that, we
Yeah.
have a perfect thing to go with your explanation. We have a replay of it, so let's get that up. And Lauren, please continue. Maikelele was firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and the thing I want to highlight as well is that his team was actually playing quite nicely on the T side. They seem to have some set pieces towards B. They were taking over some, bits of mid control, mostly focusing on that B hit though. They had some nice smokes in there, some nice, very basic stuff.
This
But
shot
it was-
here, bro,
And-
in
and-
real time, that was like an instantaneous peek and kill on like a few pixel head peeking over those
Yeah,
stairs. Sorry to interrupt.
I would argue that these guys were peaking a little too much on some of the moments, right? Some of the moments you see the nerves coming in, you see people maybe making a couple of choices that you wouldn't see every single day of the week at a pro level, but these guys are new. But it takes on exceptionally good like Maikelele to make the most of it. He had defined those situations, he was very good. But again, taking nothing away from the other players on the Swedish side, they clearly had a plan in mind. And you saw that kind of turning around though, as well. adreN's team, once they got on that T side, they got a little comfortable. You'd argue that, I think there was a point that was brought up from the desk, that the Swedes were pretty aggressive on the CT side sometime, giving players like CJ opportunities to try and get that first kill built into the sites. Once the Swedes kind of sat back a little bit more, just kind of played the sites, played it out default, they seem to do pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, what about the map pick, Flom? I mean, yours slightly questionable. Yes, they cobble. He did explain slightly earlier, and we also spoke a bit more about it backstage. That you guys did have hours on cobble. Whatever. It was a pointless dig by me.
Yeah,
but
let's not
with
talk about
with regards to Mirage,
Get a little
do you think
cry
that was a good
backstage.
choice of map?
I mean, I didn't actually see the picks and bans, and I was able to guess that it was probably Maikelele that chose Mirage, and I assumed that these guys would go with
Caches,
Cache.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised they went Cache. They seemed really confident on it when we were talking about it. They seemed really, excited to play this map. So if this was the place to turn it, this would be right here.
Yeah, and so Cache then, Lauren, what are your thoughts on that? Because it is a map that is, I guess in a way, a lot of people see it as a map that American teams often do very well on. It's a map that you guys can steal away from European teams. Would you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts?
I think it's dangerous though, right? For me, I love Cache. CTT side doesn't matter because you can be aggressive to a degree that is actually really influential and you can still fall back safely, right? So if Maikelele or any of the other Swedes feel really confident, like a bit of a blow to the NA team will be just that straight up confidence bleeding over from the first map from Mirage. If Maikelele is just pushing A main, pushing up mid, counter boosting, do whatever he wants, if he's feeling confident, that's really hard to handle. And CT side aggression is so good on Cache if you can do it well. If they punish it, great for the NA side. But they've got to come back and rebound really, really well here.
Yeah, talking about that and rebounding well, it does seem like the Americans are talking. They're not getting down. They're not being quiet. They're assessing what they've done. And Flom, maybe you guys yesterday, it did seem like your team were really down after that first map loss.
Yeah.
And like, what do you guys? What does a team have to do in a situation like that to get back on their feet and perform?
I think it's about just as long as they are talking, I think that's really all it is. Is just, whenever you have that one person that talks a lot and is all of a sudden quiet, whether they're negative or not, the energy's down, So it does seem like they're talking, and I think to kind of bridge on what you're talking about, they like to double op, and Cache is a really, really good map to double op on CT side.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this definitely suits their playstyle, but you never know.
All right, well, guys, why not predictions for Cache? I mean, you said 2-1, so now you're gonna have to.
I mean, they're winning out now.
Yeah. Okay, they're winning out from now.
I'm going to say the Swedes, but I want to see the NA team string it together. I want to see them win a pistol round, because that's something they didn't have on Mirage, and I want to see them not get completely bent over by Maikelele. So
Okay.
as long as that's not happening, we might have a game on our hands.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Maikelele's team will be now having to play the American squad on their map pick. Oh, that camera was so close to the TV that I was worried that something was going to go wrong. But of course, our camera people are absolutely wonderful at what they do. My apologies for that. Yeah, they're about to play Cache, and we'll be back very, very, very shortly with that second match. And it'll be Anderson 7 who take it from there. Thank you.